Israel has continued to bombard Gaza Strip with airstrikes and artillery shells, ignoring international calls for calm. Medics say more than 110 Palestinians, including 31 children, have been killed in Israeli aggression so far. Despite calls from the international community for an end to the deadly offensive against Palestinians, Israeli forces defied all norms of international law and humanity and continued assaults on the Gaza Strip. The Israeli military has stepped up the deployment of troops and tanks near the besieged Palestinian enclave. 2 infantry and 1 armored unit have been positioned near the Gaza border, while Tel Aviv has also called 7,000 army reservists. However, U.S. President Joe Biden said he is pressing for a halt to violence in Gaza and Jerusalem. Meanwhile, addressing the U.S. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib called the Israeli administration an apartheid government. Tlaib, daughter of Palestinian immigrants, broke into tears during her moving speech over Israel's oppression and occupation.
We must condition aid to Israel on compliance with international human rights and end the apartheid. We must, with no hesitation, demand that our country recognize the unconditional support of Israel has enabled the erasure of Palestinian life and the denial of the rights of millions of refugees.
Meanwhile, the U.S. blocked today's public virtual meeting of the UN Security Council to address the Gaza conflict. Diplomats say the council will meet on Sunday instead after U.S. envoy argued waiting for a few days would allow for diplomacy to have some effect. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation will also hold an emergency meeting on Sunday to discuss the deadly unrest. As violence escalated in Gaza, tension has also spread to mixed communities of Jews and Arabs in Israel, a new front in the long conflict. Jewish groups attacked people and damaged shops, hotels, and cars overnight. Israeli occupying forces, meanwhile, have arrested over 400 Palestinians over the past 24 hours. The protests in different parts of the world are continuing against Israeli aggression and in solidarity with Gazans. Amid the violence, international airlines, including KLM, British Airways, and Virgin Atlantic, have suspended services to Israel.